Hello everybody, Donald's Music Reviewers here, and today I'm going to review this compilation. This is the 2003 Century Media compilation entitled Metal for the Masses Volume 2. They have 8 compilations out. It's been so long since Century Media released a compilation. I don't know if they even still make Metal for the Masses compilations, but they do have 8 compilations altogether, and this is the second compilation. Uh, the first disc of this Metal for the Masses Volume 2 compilation has 20 songs, and the second disc has over 153 MP3 files. So if you're lucky to have a stereo that plays MP3 CDs, like the one that's on this dresser, then a stereo with an MP3 CD player can play the second disc of this Metal for the Masses Volume 2 compilation. So I'm going to go over the tracks for the first disc, since there's no track listing on here for the second disc, since there's so many songs. So without further ado, I'm going to read off the songs to you guys. The songs that are on the first disc of this 2-disc compilation. So track 1 is Watch Them Die with Sadist Ways. Track 2 is Arch Enemy, We Will Rise. Track 3 is My Ruin by... Actually, the band is My Ruin, and the song is Made to Measure, radio edit. Track 4 is God Forbid with Better Days. Track 5 is Skin Lab with Beneath the Surface. Stampin' Ground is the next artist with the song Bear the Scars. Eyes of Fire, Disintegrate. That's track 7. Moonspell with Everything Invaded radio edit. That's track 8. Track 9 is Nevermore with Never Purify. Track 10 is Idiot Box by Shadows Fall. Track 11 is Heaven's a Lie radio edit. Track 12 is Haste with all the dignity, with all the pride and dignity of a drowning swimmer. Track 13 is Radiation with the song entitled Star. Narcissus with the song entitled Pride Politics. It's track 14. Glass Casket is the next artist. The song is called Pencil Lead Syringe. In Forsaken with Poison Me. And the next artist after that is Diabolic with the song From the Astral Plane, Entwined Infinity. Misery Index is after that. And track 18 is entitled Retaliate by Misery Index. And track 19 is Dimmy Borgir with For the World to Dictate Our Death. And the last track, track 20, is Soilwork with Light the Torch. Sorry guys, it was taking a long time to read the songs, but I had to correct myself since I mispronounced some of the artists and song titles. But hopefully you guys can see the CD cover right here. And then this is the back. Hopefully you guys can see it. The light's on, so hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the first disc. But this has 20 songs. I listened to this so many times. And I got this for $6 on Amazon. It was like $5.99 used. And it was from CD Warehouse. I'm thinking about purchasing another used copy and giving it to my friend. And this right here is the second disc. And it has the MP3 tracks on it. So this is the disc I broke. My first copy of this compilation, it's scratched, the first disc is. But I used to have a second disc to this compilation, an old copy of it. But I was playing Truth or Dare on the phone with my cousin. And I didn't mean to break it. And I just broke it because I wanted to do it. So, and I'll show you guys the little booklet so you guys can see. If you guys want, feel free to pause and read the songs for yourself. So I'm going to just put it right there. So I'm just going to let the camera pick up the writing on this little booklet. So feel free to pause and read it. You know, I'm going to hold it out like that. There we go. So feel free to pause, take a moment to read all this. Hopefully you guys can see it. Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, oops. I'll show you guys the back. Hopefully you guys can see that. Alright. So the second disc, like I said, has over 153 MP3 tracks. And if you have a stereo that does not play MP3 CDs, then you are out of luck. But this stereo, luckily I found a stereo like this Panasonic one on Amazon that can play MP3 CDs. And I gave the second disc of this compilation a bunch of spins, you know, been listening to it on the stereo about 4 or 5 times now. And it's actually a good compilation to listen to while going to bed because I'm trying to find a good CD that can play all night long. But honestly, this second disc of Metal for the Masses Volume 2, this disc here, I put it on rotation and I played it a bunch of times overnight. And this disc, it lasts about 10 hours when you listen to it from start to finish. And on this disc there are 166 songs, so it's about 10 hours. So some of the artists that on the second compilation, on the second disc, are Dimmy Borgir, Old Man's Child, Dark Tranquillity, Cryptopsy, Divine Empire, Flesh Grind, Fireball Ministry, Diabolic Behemoth, Borknagar, Carnal Forge, Arch Enemy, and Oceans. What else is on the second disc of Metal for the Masses, Volume 2? Internal Bleeding. That's all I can think of. Because this compilation came out in 2003, so... And I'm not gonna go through a track by track review. I'm just going to name you some of the highlights off of the first disc, since I named off a bunch of artists that are on the second disc. But yeah, My favorite songs on here are Sadist Ways by Watch Them Die, Better Days by God Forbid, We Will Rise by Arch Enemy, Poison Me by In Forsaken, From the Astral Plane to Entwine Infinity by Diabolic, and Two From the World to Dictate Our Death by Dimmu Borgir, which is also on the 2003 release Death Cult Armageddon. So, if you put the second disc of this compilation in your computer, if you have a USB CD drive laying around, since new laptops nowadays don't have a CD drive anymore, there are 3 folders, and all you have to do is you have to copy the folder, all 3 folders, onto another platform. So if you copy it onto your desktop, you're going to see one folder called Nuclear Blast, one folder called Century Media, which is the first one, and the third one is Olympic Recordings. So when you put the CD in your CD player in your car, the MP3 CD, the first folder you'll see is 116 songs that are in the Century Media folder, and then after the Century Media folder, you will see the Nuclear Blast folder that has about 28 songs, and then the final folder, the third one, which is Olympic Recordings, that one has 16 tracks. So altogether you're looking at 166 songs. So yeah. So if I were to give Metal for the Masses Volume 2 a rating, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 stars. Very good compilation. I like it a lot. I'm not disappointed with this compilation. Like I said, I got this used on Amazon. It was $5.99. So I'm thinking about getting a second compilation, a second copy of Metal for the Masses Volume 2, and I'm going to give it to my friend, one of my best friends from high school, because he likes metal just like me. But yeah. So if you're lucky, if you want to get a compilation like this one, you better get yourself a copy, because it is fantastic. And most of the songs on here are on all streaming platforms such as Spotify and Apple Music. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta be careful because it looks like the book's gonna tear. Yes. I noticed that it's gonna tear, so I need to be really careful with this book. That's what sucks. But I'm gonna give Metal for the Masses Volume 2 a 5 out of 5 stars. Love this compilation. Very good little compilation to listen to. I've been taking good care of this 2-disc compilation. Like I said, if you listen to the second compilation, you'll get about 10 hours of playtime if you listen to it all day. So if you started listening to it at 7 a.m., about 5 or 6 p.m., if you let the second disc of this compilation play all day long, from 7 a.m. to about 6 a.m., you'll get about 10 hours playtime with no interruptions. So yeah, this compilation, Metal for the Masses Volume 2, gets 5 out of 5 stars, 10 out of 10. Love this compilation. Have no disappointments with it. All the songs are amazing. Like I said, this compilation is about 15 years old, like little past 15 years old. So it was released back in 2003, but since I was bummed since I broke the second disc of the compilation when I was like 14, I spent the next 3 to 5 years looking for the artists that I lost. Artists that I wasn't familiar with when browsing through the second disc of the compilation, but thank God I found this compilation on Amazon for like $6. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. 5 out of 5 stars for Metal for the Masses Volume 2. Both discs are amazing. In one of the Amazon reviews, somebody mentioned throw away the first disc and keep the second one, but honestly, keep both discs, whatever you do, because they are amazing. So yeah, what I'm actually gonna do is I'm going to listen to the first disc of this compilation right now, and just jam out to it, and probably when I go to bed tonight, I'll probably jam out to the second disc. But yeah, Metal for the Masses Volume 2, fantastic compilation. If you have a copy of this compilation, comment below and let me know, what do you think of this compilation? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What are your favorite songs off of the first disc of Metal for the Masses Volume 2? And if you enjoyed the second disc of this compilation, let me know what are your favorite songs off the compilation as well. Especially, what are your favorite artists from the second disc of Metal for the Masses Volume 2 besides the first disc? So yeah, that is my review. I just wanted to show you guys the compilation, give you some of my favorite artists that I enjoy on the Metal for the Masses Volume 2 compilation. Sorry this video is a little long, but I wanted to go in depth and name all the artists on the first disc and give you my input on the second disc and give you some of the artists I'd recommend you check out, especially bands like Divine Empire, Fleshgrind, Diabolic, Behemoth, Dimmu Borgir, Lacuna Coil, Carnal Forge, Bloodbath, Borknagar, Extol. Just so many good artists on the second disc. But I'm just happy I found this compilation once again. I had to get a second copy because the first disc that I only have of my first copy of this compilation, it's all scratched, and my cousin gave the first copy of Metal for the Masses Volume 2 to me when I was 13 years old. You know, I turned 14 and he gave it to me. He bought it at Hot Topic, but the second copy that I bought in 2018, it's used. So it was about $6, but with $6, I got a good deal on 2 discs of awesome metal music to listen to. So yeah, Metal for the Masses Volume 2. Like I said, comment below, let me know what are your favorite songs off the first disc and what are your favorite artists on the second disc of Metal for the Masses Volume 2. Stick around for future track and album reviews. Catch you guys later, and take care. Have a good one, guys.